All right, cool. And we're live. So welcome everyone to this hangout with the Calvin Douwes. Is that how you pronounce it? Douwes or Douwes?
Douwes, yeah.
Douwes. Who had an awesome weight loss journey. He did our 12-week program and he absolutely smashed it. And you're a PT now, is that right?
Yeah, qualified personal trainer.
Yeah, awesome. So yeah, welcome, mate. How you doing?
Good, good. Just living the dream.
Yeah, awesome. Well, we're here to talk about Calvin's story and his success and what made him succeed, and the stuff that really helped him and what helped him go over the mental barriers that block most of us. So, I mean, at the end of the transformation, Calvin, you're basically saying, I remember you said something like, "I'm in the best shape of my life and I feel, fucking brilliant" or something like that. And I was so pumped up watching what you said. So, I mean, talk to me about, right at the start or before you started the program, what kind of state of mind were you in, 2 years ago?
I mean, for me, it was like all through growing up and that I'd been in quite good shape, and
Yep,
then just through like heaps of sort of bad decisions with my diet, drinking heaps, and all my sport and everything went out the window, and then
yep,
I just put on heaps of weight. And then I was trying all these different diets and different exercise plans and everything, and I'd do it for like maybe 2 months, wouldn't see any results, so go back to the way I was
give
and
up.
keep eating all the shit food and right back to right back to where I was and just putting on more weight.
Yeah, yeah,
And then when I found your program online, it just when I started, everything sort of just clicked. Like this is how you're supposed to do it, and I don't know. My mindset was that I would try anything to change, and because I could see results within the first sort of 2 to 3 weeks, it was just I knew it was doing something. I knew it was working.
yeah, cool. Yeah. No, that makes total sense. I mean, at the start, you said you were a bit nervous because you were like, geez, 3 months is a long time, and you weren't sure if you could commit to it. I mean, what's
Yeah.
your thoughts about that now? Do you still think 3 months is a long time?
Oh, mate. At the time, I actually remember saying that
Yeah,
3 months was a long time. But I mean, I think about it now. It's like I think that was almost 2 years ago, and it's like 3 months was nothing compared to the amount of change that happened. And I mean, I'd do it again. I'd do it
yeah.
again over and over and over every time.
Yeah. That's what so many guys need to realize. It was almost 2 years ago. If you didn't do it because you thought 3 months was too long, another 2 years would have passed and you'd be in the
Yeah.
same spot. Yeah, that's what so many guys think. Whereas, if it took you 2 years, at least now you'd still be where you are, where you want to be. Yeah, so it shouldn't really.
Mate, if it took 2 years, I still would have done it. To feel the way I
Yeah,
feel now, I still would have put in 2 years. But I
yeah, that's
mean,
awesome.
when you're sitting at the start of the program, you don't see like, okay, this is guaranteed in 2 years. But I mean, if you put in hard work for 3 months, 3 months isn't that long when you think about it, like in the
Yeah,
scheme of things.
yeah. So, I mean, talk to me about the comparison between how you're feeling then and how you're feeling now. What's the difference?
Oh, mate, everything's changed. Like, subconsciously, I was holding myself back. Like, I'd like all my mates would be like, oh, let's go to the beach and let's like play cricket or do this or do that. Like, I'd love to do it, but I just don't think I can.
Mm,
Like, just didn't have the energy levels, didn't have any want to sort of be outside with my shirt off. And
yeah,
now,
definitely,
I
definitely.
mean, I'd get my shirt off any opportunity I can.
That's awesome. Yeah, sick. So where do you think you're going wrong?
Diet mostly. I mean, I tried all these fad diets, like do this or do that, and like it worked well for 3 days, and then because I was restricting myself so much, it'd be like, oh, I'll just have a little bit of this, and it's like, oh, I'll just have a little bit of chocolate and eat like 3 bars, and then it's like, oh, that's fucked. I might as well just eat more.
Yeah, exactly. That old giving up cycle where you have one bad thing, you think everything's ruined. But
Yeah,
yeah,
fuck
but
that. Yeah.
yeah. I mean, like you said, you were trying stuff for 2 months and it wasn't working. I mean, no wonder you have no motivation. If you're doing something for 2 months, you don't see any results, it's pretty hard to keep going. Whereas if you do something for a couple of weeks and you get good results, then it gives you good motivation to keep going, yeah?
Well, I mean, that was the whole thing with this program. Like after 3 weeks, I think I'd lost like 5 kilos, and I hadn't lost
Good
5 kilos in the 2 months
start. Yeah,
that I was doing other things. So I mean, it was a lot easier to commit to something like that.
yeah, yeah. What was the hardest part of the process? Even though you started seeing results, what was still the hardest part to keep going?
Um, I've got a very strong sweet tooth, and so not having chocolate and not having lollies was it was tough. But
But you pushed
yeah,
through. I mean, what helped you push through? Like,
I was just like jumping on those scales every week, and I could just see it was just dropping and dropping and dropping, and I mean that's all I needed, and it was yeah.
yeah, awesome, awesome. And what did you find the easiest part?
Just going to the gym. I mean, I got into a routine of just going to the gym at the same time every day, and it was just, yeah, easy as. I
Yeah,
mean, you guys sending us the programs and all that just made it so much easier.
yeah, yeah. And I ask every guy that question, and every guy gives the same answer. The training was the easiest, and that's so funny because it's just
Yeah.
you feel so good. Like it's not hard to do. It feels the most rewarding. Like it's awesome.
Yeah, well, I mean, just seeing like the changes in my body, like I know it's not all the training, but it just made it feel
Mm.
like it was a training. So it was so much easier to get up and go to the gym.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So what was your routine? What were you doing day by day, week by week, specific to you? I mean, what was your day by day routine?
Well, I mean, like I'd get up, I'd make a big breakfast, which I didn't think I was allowed. So, I mean, it was a huge breakfast, and like any other diet was like, no, you need to restrict calories and do this and do that.
Yeah,
And but I mean, when you're doing it like you're having eggs and ham and tomato, and you can have a huge breakfast, and it was fantastic. So I'd make a
yeah,
big breakfast, I'd shoot off to work, get a decent lunch in. And straight after work, I'd hit the gym, and then I'd have my third meal, and then I'd have dinner later at night.
yeah,
And so
yeah.
just like it was just an easy routine to get into, and just work day by day.
Yeah, easy as that. And it doesn't have to be more complicated than that. That's where so many guys go wrong, like you're saying, where you have to restrict so much and try all these crazy things where it's 4 solid meals a day. Make sure you train each day and you'll be pretty sweet. Yeah.
Easy as.
Yeah, yeah. So what were the biggest mental barriers? I mean, and how'd you get over them?
Um, I can't like personally. I don't remember any mental barriers because I was so ready to change, like
Yeah,
so ready to just lose the weight and just change my life. What I mean, it has 100%. Like probably more than I ever expected it to.
yeah,
But
yeah.
it was, yeah. So I mean, I don't feel like there was any mental barriers there, but I mean, I'm sure there was. I just can't remember it because
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
look
Well, I
back.
mean, yeah, I think that's a good point though. Once it clicks, once you go, that's enough is enough, I'm going to change, the mental barriers are way less. But I mean, maybe what were the mental barriers before that point where it clicked, or a couple of years before where you were trying things on and off? What were the stuff that was really holding you back?
Um, I don't know. It was just like in the house I was living in. Like I was living with my brother and a couple of mates, and we were just hitting the piss like every night, and
Yeah,
no one could be up cooking, so just getting pizza and Macca's and all that. And then when I was actually doing the program, I was living with my missus,
yeah,
and it just like
better
being
environment.
able to have the home cooked meal and that every night. It was just yeah, it was just so much easier. It just changed everything.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. So, I mean, similar sort of question. I mean, so many guys fail. So many guys start a weight loss journey
Yeah.
and they fail, and you failed plenty of times before you finally got it right. I mean, yeah, what do you think the difference was between you and other guys that just can't make it work?
Well, when I compare like doing it with the challenge and that, like with you guys, to compared to when I did it by myself, it was just having that support, like in the Facebook group where all the other guys who are going through the exact same thing that I'm going through, and then it's like you and Jordan as well, like just being there, like available pretty much all the time. Like if I needed help, I'd just give you a call, and if I'm having any issues or anything, that whole support network just makes it so much easier.
Yeah, definitely. It's rather than being just accountable to yourself, you're accountable for others, and others are keeping you accountable, which is perfect. Yeah. No, that's cool. That's really cool. So, I mean, what's your routine now? What are you up to now?
Now I'm actually going the other way. I'm doing a bit of bulking.
Yeah, as most guys love to do. Yeah.
I've just so I've finished my last cut probably 3 weeks ago. So just still hitting the gym pretty much every day. Loving
cool.
the sessions.
Yeah, easy habits. That's good. That's good. I mean, were there any other like little habits you felt helped you, or any secret tips that you felt got you over the line? Obviously, big breakfast is one. Anything else that made the journey easy for you?
Well, when I was sort of trying it by myself, I was always doing like steady state cardio.
Yep.
I hadn't learnt the benefits of interval training, and that's something that's just sort of changed my whole perspective on cardio.
Yeah.
Like I actually enjoy doing it now because it's not just boring sitting on a bike staring at a window sort of bullshit,
Yeah, definitely. Kind of just waiting for the half an hour to be up compared to interval training. Yeah, you don't even focus on the time in interval training because you're working so hard in those hard bits. Half an hour passes you by just like that. So.
Yeah, well, you're looking at the clock, just hitting that 30-second, and
yeah, exactly.
It's never long enough. And
you're like, I swear to God, the 30 seconds hard is way longer than the 30 seconds easy.
Oh yeah, it's the worst. I just finished working, and now I got to work again. Like, you're killing me.
Yeah, because that first 15 seconds when you finish, you're gasping for air. Well, something real cut out there. Did you hear that? Or?
Sorry, mate. I just got a call. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you fine. That was like real loud though. That first 15 seconds, you're gasping for air, and so you're trying to get your breath back, and by the time you've like gathered your breath and you look at the clock, it's like 20 seconds up, 25 seconds up. You're like, what? Yeah. You hear me all right?
Alright. Yeah, I don't know what's just happened. I can't hear you. It's just gone real quiet.
Can you hear me faintly, or?
Yeah, real faintly.
Maybe turn the volume up on the side of your
phone. No, that's not working.
No. Is it because you got a call because you're on FaceTime right now, are you?
Yeah. Hang on. Sorry, mate.
All good.
Yeah.
I turned myself up. Is that better?
Sorry?
I turned myself up. Is that better?
Nah, it didn't change anything.
Have you got headphones? If you chuck headphones in, it might be better.
It's all good, mate. I can sort of hear.
As long as you can hear me, and we'll finish off anyway. Only a couple more questions, but basically, the reason we're doing these interviews is to show people what works and what doesn't, and it's just so funny because some people will expect, some secret tips or some magical formula that works, and every guy says the same thing. They just stuck to the food, worked hard, did it consistently, and they got the results. And I mean, we just say that's as simple as it is, but.
Yeah, well, I mean, one thing that I've always thought about is, I think it was the other Geordie who posted a picture in the Facebook group, and it was the original weight loss supplement is diet and exercise, and that's something that's always stuck with me. I've always remembered that picture.
That's awesome. Yeah, that's so true. That's all it is.
Yeah, there's no magic pill. There's no nothing. It's just hard work, diet, exercise, routine, consistency.
Yeah, that's awesome. So if you were to give someone someone that's just starting out their journey or thinking about starting their journey or halfway through the journey, what advice would you give them?
Just keep going. Just get into it, get stuck in, and just do it. And you won't regret it. it'll be the best decision you've made.
Yeah, sick, sick. And a lot of guys will say, I want to do it, but I don't believe it'll work, or I just don't think I have the motivation. I mean, what do you say to them?
I can personally guarantee that it will work. And I mean, if motivation's an issue, then I mean you gotta just do it. Just give it 6 weeks. I mean, you don't have to do the full 12, but after 6 weeks, I guarantee you'll be committed. You'll be addicted to it, because I was.
Yeah, yeah, that's fucking awesome. That's so good to hear. So, if you were going to, give your 18-year-old self any advice, just about life as well as your fitness and your health, I mean, what would you want to say to yourself?
To my 18-year-old self,
Yeah.
don't do drugs. I don't know. Like, I wouldn't change the journey I went through. It just
Exactly. Yeah.
because everything I've done's made me who I am now, and I wouldn't
Exactly.
change
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. Yeah. But if you wanted to give yourself some advice that would help you and make things easier.
Research interval training.
That's so good. That's awesome. All right, sick man. Well, I mean, that basically sums it up. I mean, you absolutely smashed it. That's why we wanted to interview you. And you're doing well now. You're a PT. You're changing other people's lives, which is good. It's all going well for you.
Yeah, mate, it's all good. Living the dream. Got you
Yeah,
guys
too
to
easy.
thank for it.
All good, mate. It's our pleasure. We absolutely love it. So thanks for coming on. Thanks for talking to us and giving us all these valuable insights, because it's pretty fucking simple stuff. Yeah. For anyone listening, I love that what Calvin just said. Get stuck in. If after 6 weeks, if you do it for 6 weeks, guaranteed you'll be addicted. Yeah.
Yeah, no dramas, man. Happy to do it.
Too easy, bro.
Anyone's thinking about doing it, just do it, mate. Just do it.
Sick, sick. Wise words. All right. Thanks, Calvin. Thanks for jumping on. We'll talk to you real soon. All right.
All right, cheers, mate. Have a good one.
Cheers.